All right, this is game number 7 on the Pro Elf run. We've run humans at 1440. That is not a matchup I want to see because humans will have tackle and mighty blow. I'm pretty confident by 1440 TV, and they also are just as fast as us. So not what we were hoping for, I think, on this spin. But we will get some inducements. I won't look at their team just yet because if you click it while this is happening, sometimes you get a bug where you lose half of your time on inducements. I don't want to do that, so I will take a click once they've clicked through and have a look at what we've got. But at least the wizard should be on the table for us, so that that's something. Pansy poms. We had 40 degrees this summer, which really was too much. 30 degrees is, I think it's hotter than 30 in other parts of the country, but I think we're a little bit luckier on the coast. But 30 degrees is, it's too hot for England. It's not what it's supposed to be. But you're saying cold, and you probably mean like 25 or something. Okay, so this is what we're up against. Not familiar with the coach. They have got tackle and mighty blow. They've also got a lot of bludge and lots of guard. This looks like a really difficult team for us to play against. They've got a not so strong record, but the team is very, very good. I wish my human team looked like that in Crypt, but with more catches. So for sure we'll take the wizard. I'd really like to maybe take the babe as well, but I'm saving for a blitz right now, so I don't know if it's just stupid. What I'd really like is a 12th player, and that is a lot. That would really take a lot of our bank out. I think I'm going to take the babe. I hope we get some KOs rather than just injuries. 40 standard summer, yeah. Yeah, record over team development. I mean, sometimes score packs, but I mean, you don't need to be, you don't need to know what you're doing always just to bang out a Pro Elf team that's all AV7 with not that much bludge. One bludge, in fact. $14. Yeah, exactly. 14. Don't pretend that 14's really cold. 14 is, yeah, it's t-shirt weather. Unless you mean Fahrenheit. I don't know. I think Aussies use Celsius. $14 cold. I reckon they're Italian because I've written good luck and have fun, all good stuff, and they've put che, and so I said buona fortuna. 14C is chilly. You live in Florida. I mean, I do speak Italian. I don't want to get into a really big conversation with them. What are we doing? I think we have to protect 4, so let's do a 4-4. Let's do a 4-4. One more across. Here. Right, I need to focus. It's always an issue at the start of streams. I always come in all chatty and just enjoying being streaming, and then I remember that I've got to actually know what I'm doing. We do that. Okay. See how we go. It was 4 in the morning. I mean, 4 is pretty cold. 14 is definitely not warm, but it's not freezing, is it? 14 degrees is not that cold. Talking about stream, I'm probably playing Tomo in our Rebel game shortly. Oh, good luck. Let's do a shout out to Synergy, because lots of the CCL lot might not know you. Synergy is a lovely streamer. Check them out. They have kittens on stream often. Which is nearly as good as Puppy Cam you've got going on right now. Nearly. Not actually as good, but... Well, wind and rain changes it, obviously. Obviously, if it's different, if it's wet. God, I do not like this at all. Do not like this. Do not like the guard and the stand firm. It's a pretty well built team. I know the record isn't that strong, but it's not like they've made weird skill choices here, particularly like they've taken blodge guard and guard stand firm. They've made a really nice killer. They've got a nice is that a sprint? Like a nice one turning catcher. I mean, I would have gone for more catches than just the one if it was my team, but there's like nothing unreasonable about this build really at all. So it's a solid team. Okay. We have the fame. It didn't come in on that one. This is just a movement bust, not a niggle. Yeah. Okay. Mate, 14 degrees, wind and rain is our spring and we get the barbecue out. That's why you're so miserable. And stop judging us, Synergy. Bloody Aussies. Trying to tell us how to live. Okay. Those two not dying is nice. Got a Mighty Bow hit to take here. And presumably a Mighty Bow bit somewhere. That and we're bad at cricket. I have no idea about the cricket. Aren't we quite good at cricket? I feel like there's definitely times when we're quite good at cricket, but I don't know if one of those times is now. Oh, push on the Mighty Bow is very nice. They don't greed it. Not at the moment, okay. Not against us. I'm like not a big cricket person, but I can appreciate like cricket as a thing to do, like sat in the sun and having a drink. Or like ideally sat in the shade because I burn. Sat in the shade on a sunny day. Having a picnic. Okay, bringing the ball forward. I've got to remember I've got the wizard. I've already had forgotten I had the wizard there, so remind myself the wizard is an option when I want it. Which I don't think will be turn one, but just good to remember that it's there. Okay, Ogre does get the knockdown on Shamba. Shamba, don't die on us. Good job, Shamba. No one died that turn. Great job, team. Oh, hey, Distorter. Thank you so much for the resub. 3 months with the Weirdos. A quarter of a year. Thank you so much. And continue to enjoy the ad-free viewing and emotes. So with Edge 5, there's like pretty much always just a like YOLO play to go and hit the ball, but I don't think that's the play for right now. I think we just take the hit that gives us a second hit. It's the way to go on this one. Okay. Back out to the middle. pick a side. Do we get those up or do we just leave it? I'll just leave it. I like that I've got 11 players on the pitch right now, so let's not risk it on a dodge. 3 months. 3 months is sort of, you're right. You are right. NFL season starting up again. But will it be as good as Blood Bowl season? Okay, Ogre cooperating. I think they're just going to blitz this side and come this way. Now they've made that move. I have left this side a little bit weak, and that's like the obvious blitz target, I think, compared to the others. You could have blitzed here, but you're bringing yourself into a more bunched up area. These are obviously slightly harder to blitz because they're close together, and even though you've got the guard, you can't hit from that square, so... Yeah, mighty bow hit coming in from there. Does get the POW. Doesn't get the Cas. I like how we still have 11 players on the pitch. That's definitely not a thing that always happens. Being a Broncos fan is very much like Blood Bowl. It's more fun when you're not playing. Supporting a sports team can be like that sometimes, can't it? Are you from Denver, Jadrosi, or are you an adopted fan of the Broncos? Or I've never been to Denver. Like I've been quite lucky. I've been able to go quite a few places in the US, but I've never been to Denver, and I hear lovely things about it. In fact, one of my friends from university, I mean, I've completely lost touch with him, but someone who I was friends with at university, really, really funny Geordie guy. He moved to the States and after university and married someone in Denver. So for a long time, I kept saying I was going to go visit him. And then in that way that happens because life has moved on after university. We just lost contact. Okay. Wizard play always available. Could do that fireball. But really, you'd need to knock down one of these two for it to be worth it. So you'd be better off bolting one of those two. I don't think we need to do the wizard. Can I just get a hit on the ball without using the wizard? Yes, but it probably starts with a 1 dice on this, which is a bit iffy. Especially because it's 1 dice without block. And it does need a knockdown. I think we should probably try that. I think like not trying it is silly, but it's just a bit uncomfortable, isn't it? Actually, you know what? Like this doesn't give us a hit on the ball because we're going to be bucking around way. Oh well, we're doing it now. Yeah, that was silly because we were not going to be able to get through anyway. Even if we followed up, there was no way of getting the hit afterwards. Anyway, at least we've done it and not turned over. Yeah, that was silly. That was a silly turn. I don't really want to like... Problem with hitting here is I'm going to expose something I don't want to get hit by that Mighty tackle to getting hit by that Mighty tackle. Good. Oh, wow. Random KO. Yes, please. Good job, Freezing Star. Definitely not sad about that. If I come up here now, 2 dice and this becomes very hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. It makes the 2 dice on there harder. I think I'm going to try and get one of these up, especially now I've got that removal. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see what happens. Adopted him from the UK, but started watching during Tebow era. He was a fun QB to watch. Alors, je parle pas très bien anglais, mais pour dire que j'aime bien ta façon de jouer. Merci beaucoup, le Stumpf boxer. Sorry for my terrible French. But welcome. We've been very lucky on the armor break so far, my goodness. Nothing bad has happened here at all. So I'm a bit out of date because I didn't really watch very much last season, but I do know the NFL a little bit. And there was an amazing. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm just thinking about it because Russell Wilson was in it, and you said about his being in Denver. Who was it? One of the teams did. I don't even. Okay, I literally do not know anything about anime, but one of the teams did like an anime schedule release, which was very funny. And Russell Wilson's in it. The Chargers did an anime schedule release, which is very funny. If you haven't seen it. Because it's just kind of ripping on everyone. Hey, Nadale, thank you. All right. What's happening here? This is getting to be more tempting wizard turn. Because the ball potentially retrievable. There's a couple of fun fireball options. But I don't know if we need to yet. I think maybe that's a good reason not to. What are we going to do? With the wrestle and the stand firm. Having stand firm is really a pain. Could do with one guard, couldn't I? One guard would go a long way. Is this still a 1 dice? Yeah, I think it is. So maybe we take that one there. I think we might have to come and go for this hit here. If we're not using the wizard, and we're obviously not. I think we do it with the wrestle since it's a stand firm. Gives us the greatest chance of not getting stuck. Yeah, I think we wrestle it. And we bring you up into that square. Good. Wow, we are getting very lucky on our blocks. Oh, niggle as well. It's only a lineman though. Yeah, not the apothecary. So somehow we're 2 players up with our pravs against these humans, which is just a bit dicey in our favour, isn't it? Okay. That mode, I might just push it a tiny bit further over here. I think now we'll try and dodge all these. Or maybe I'll stop there. Save ourselves 1 dodge potential self-removal. Pro the most fun. Well, the team name is Most Fun Elves. That is what we've put on the thing. All right. Let's play a game that I am not qualified to play at the moment because, like I said, I haven't really been paying attention so much lately. Which NFL teams do you guys think fit which Blood Bowl races most? Which would be which? Which is Pro Elves? Which is the Pro Elf NFL team right now? Like when it was Peyton Manning, maybe it would have been the Colts, all the passing. What elves are still more fun? What elves are just the best of the elves? Just being like blunt about it, like they're just the ones that play the best. And so, if you want to win, and winning is fun, wood elves might be the most fun. But that's kind of how I categorize them. Like I sort of have gone like this all started because I kept saying that the high elves were the least fun, and some people disagreed with me. But my argument was, wood elves are just like the best elf. Like if you just want to win, play wood elves. If you want frenzy, which can be a lot of fun, you play the dark elf. So they're the frenzy elf. And then if you want the like exciting passing game elf, I think it's the pro elves. I know everyone says, oh, the high elf thrower's got like safe throw, whatever. But you can do such shenanigans with Nerves of Steel. So, yeah. I think they're the most fun. So the reason I know a bit about NFL is on one of those, see what happens. They did one for the pass, throwing some 3+s by the sideline. It's a little bit spicy, but it worked out for them. Are we going to wizard this, or are we just going to let them score? If we bolt it, what's going to happen? If it scatters out, it's great. We just take it and win. If it scatters in, we could have some problems if it scatters in. Like here's not that easy for us to get. We've got the strength 4, which helps. And we've got the edge 5, which helps. Well, that does not help. Now we've really got problems. So we've lost our wizard. Which is not good because we were down like 400 TV. Can't hit that on 2 dice because of the guard. Oh man, that really stinks. Oh well, it's happened. Let's just put pressure on it and see if we can force him to score early. That's a good reroll. Not sure if I should have done it, but I did, and it worked out very well. Might foul that next turn. It's such a good piece. They do have a apothecary down there. Yeah, they just didn't use it. Okay, that has dodge, so let's try and get that out. Over to here. And then let's take these blocks, I guess. Good. Good. Might as well. Okay. The armor breaks are really weird. Like, it is really weird how we've had all these great armor breaks and they have not been able to get them on the elves. Yeah, maybe it should have been the fireball. Problem is, if we didn't get this down, right, we didn't have wrestle in a great spot to hit it, and we don't have any tackle on the team. So I was a bit uncertain if we didn't get that down, we wouldn't have had a shot. Whereas I thought if we got that down, maybe it goes out. If not, I think we could have used the edge 5 to to make something happen. Obviously, it didn't work out though. So, in the end, wrong decision, I guess. Stay on you so you can't just dodge off for free. So now you can't do the same thing you did last turn. You moved your guard away from this now, which I like. Okay, they're just going to score. Yeah, sidestep on the ball carrier. Otherwise, I would have just gone for the serve. 100% would have gone for the serve, even on red dice, if it wasn't sidestep. All right, so the wizard's gone. We did at least force him to score, giving us 4 turns. We're a player up somehow. They did get their KO back. It could be worse. It could be better, but it could be worse. I asked this question and now you're all running with it and I have no idea. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I was introduced to NFL by some family friends when we were on holiday many, many years ago. And I was very much like rolling my eyes at the beginning and being like, oh, it's too complicated. And then they explained it to me and it's actually not as complicated as you think it's going to be. But those friends are in Arizona. So my team is the Arizona Cardinals. The Commanders are dwarfs. Oh, is that Washington now? Cardinals are kind of elfy with Kyler Murray. Always baffled by how the NFL became a thing in the UK. UK doesn't have any teams, right? No, but they've brought they've not during the pandemic, but outside of the pandemic, they've been bringing games to England. Oh, if that wasn't stand firm, I was going to see if I could just Agi5 surf it, but maybe that's why you put it there because it has got stand firm. This looks like the weaker side. You've got the sidestep here, but there's like one player we can block and make a gap with right away. So I think that's what we're going for. Really would like to score on you because we need to get you that next level as quick as we can. Maybe we'll try to throw a pass with you. I think we're not taking any sort of engagement with this ogre. Okay, put that there and there. Put that there. This may be overdoing it. Let's not get ourselves in massive trouble if we get blitzed. Let's try something more like this. And let's put you up there. All right, let's go. I think everything like sport is much more global now. Like in America, they're crazy for the Premier League. Like, it's just kind of how the world has gone. See, now I wish I had an extra player over here, but I don't. So let's just do this. Just removing everything we hit, which is fun. It feels wrong, but it's fun. This is really difficult because I want this player to score, but I also think sending them through makes sense. The problem is if you send that through, it's going to be a target. The good thing about it being a target is it's going to take them 3 players to hit it on 2 dice. So I think we still have to do it. Because like if you really want to hit this with 3 players, you're going to bring yourself quite out of position. I guess we can push that up there. Okay. Wrestle it is. Torn between keeping this here or sending it through. It's just much easier to hit that one, so I'm going to keep it here for now. Can we leave that? It's a little iffy. I think it's okay. Good scatter. It's a little iffy just because this is edge 4. But the scatter is good. And Germany has a massive NFL following as well. Yeah. It's nice, the NFL. Like, I think, sort of having lived in America, one thing that you see quite vividly, it's true with the London games as well, but I guess that's a bit different because they're like a sort of special event. Like, I think the atmosphere at NFL games, which you might not expect because it's like violent sport, but I think it's more inclusive and welcoming than the atmosphere sometimes at men's football games in the UK. Like, it really is sort of like family groups and all sorts at NFL games, in my experience. Boo. Hey, Faymare. I caught you booing this time. So, like, where I was living in the States, like a college, because my ex was doing a Fulbright scholarship, was like a college town. So we had the college football team more than NFL, but we did NFL as well. Yeah, so they did go for this, which I, knew could happen. But it did force them to put 3 players over here. Unfortunately, I really don't want Freezing Star to die, and I did want to score on Freezing Star, so it was expensive bait. How expensive? Okay, not dead. Not dead is good. Hopefully now we can get over to this side. Next turn. Okay, guard does them some favours there. Guard is good skill. Okay, so yeah, this is where we want to take the ball. Don't even need to blitz that because there's just a gap. Like, you don't need to do anything. Probably the ball's going to be on the. It's probably best on the edge 5, to be honest, because that's got block. But let's see if we use the reroll on the pickup. I think we're going to do this first because it's going to determine how I do everything else, whether or not I use the reroll here. Okay, so we didn't use it there, which means I'm going to feel brave and give it to you here rather than to the catcher. Good. Okay, so you can get to this square here, which is not out of your range, but I reckon we can screen it, hopefully. But now we know that. Where is our bit's going to happen? Quite like to do it here, but we haven't got second player to get around. So maybe it's just this one. No lucky power, sadly, but that's all right. We'll just push you that way. And come up here. Good. Good. These are loners. But that dodge doesn't do as much. Good. Could take this hit if we make this dodge. Keeps these guys busy on this side, which I don't dislike. And I like the power. Okay. Would have liked to get a bit more distance this way, but I think this was a slightly more conservative way of doing things. You know, we're in scoring range on an Edge 5 player. We have another scoring threat in front. And we didn't want to score right away, so... I've completely missed all this chat. Like, I've set you all off on a big conversation about NFL teams and Blood Bowl teams, and then I've not participated, for which I'm sorry. What's the Blood Bowl team that no one respects and entirely responsible for their own failure? Flings, ogres. That's the Browns. That does sound right. I'd still like to score on this one, which is not impossible given it's turn 7 coming up, but it all depends on what happens these next couple of turns. Are they going to come around the top tip, that one? I was hoping that this might discourage that, but it's pretty easy really, isn't it, to get that one? It's going to open up space over here if you do it with a mighty blow, so it's going to give us nice sort of space on the pitch still. It's just not a play we want to die. Definitely a lot of boneheads in their front office. Okay, now they're going for their easier hit here, which is fine with me. Go hit the loner. I was mixing up loner and lineman there. I wanted to call them a loneman. Still no removals for them. They've been so unlucky. Like the fact that there's 2 humans off, even though we have no mighty bow. They've been hitting with mighty bow most turns, and they haven't got rid of 1 elf yet. It's just very unlucky. Oh, this is such a dilemma. I really want to score on you, but it's riskier dice to do that. The more sensible thing to do is just to keep coming to this left-hand side, I think. Because we can take this. Gonna have a hit there and a dodge there to get a nice screen over here. We've got sidestep so we can push it quite far to the sideline. Okay, I think this next. Goodness. Good. 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 Okay. Still got reroll left for the last turn. This is in scoring range without any GFIs now. Could dodge through and hit it, but if they do, will they have good recovery? Not really, so yeah. Feels all right. I feel like this has been a very unexciting drive, but we've tried to take the responsible options. Don't love that that's getting hit. I think I probably should have dodged that before doing the hit that was the 1 in 9 down here. That was the one thing that... Because I was thinking about doing block first because you could put the reroll into it. No, it's still safer, right? Because the dodge is a 1 in 36 to fail. And if I know I'm putting the reroll into that block, which I was, then that's a 1 in 81 to fail. So it was still the right thing. It's still the right thing. I wonder what the crossover is between NFL fans and Blood Bowl players. I feel like there must be some, and the fact there's so many people in chat talking about it suggests it probably is. Who are the humans? Whoever's the most average. Who's the most average NFL team? Just always in the middle. It was the Bengals. This is the problem with the NFL. No team really stays the same forever. All teams have their like good periods because of the draft. I say it's a problem. It's obviously one of the things like makes it a good league. It sounds like the Cowboys. Also, Cowboys kind of works, right? Because humans in like the lore, you know, Griff Oberwald's like the big sort of superstar, and the Reichland Reavers, the big team, and like the Cowboys are the most famous team, right? So I don't understand what's up with Pro Elves at the moment. This is what happened when I played against Pro Elves as well, to be fair, is they didn't die, so maybe they've been recoded to be really good at armor. Okay, they've given us something to do here. They've given us something to do. Having Nerves of Steel definitely gives us more options. I think we've got to get the tackle out of the way for sure. See how this book goes, and I'll decide how I'm going to play this. Okay, got the power, which means we can follow up. So we can just do that and hand off. There's no tackle on there. Got Nerves of Steel. If we're greedier, we could do that. Would have really liked to score on you. Okay, that's good. Okay, didn't snake. That's good. Pass is good. Catch is good. Was a bit of a greedier option than we could have taken. There was definitely a less dice rolling option than that, but it wasn't that much different, and that's a big difference in terms of getting SPP in the right place. We do really want that catcher to get up to 16 as quick as we can, so...
Get in.
Exactly, get in. Thanks, Rick. Did they get their KO back? They did. Fair enough. Still 11 on 10. So what we'd like to do is a nice slow drive here that ends with us scoring on that same player again, to be honest. Ideally with some vanity passes first. That's the dream, I think. We need a greed emote. So I do actually need to get some new emotes commissioned because I got partner. Collie has been pushing for a while for a snakes emote, so we're gonna do some sort of snakes emote, I think. But a greed emote could be good. A greed emote does feel like we probably need one of those, don't we? Would be fitting. So we're not going to DACA because humans are fast, but I also am not going to push straight forward because I don't want to score in 2 turns. I want to score in 8 turns. So we're going to do a different setup to last time. Yeah, I don't want to DACA and invite them all the way onto me. I think that would be a mistake, but I think taking it slow makes sense. You need vantage passes as well. Elf vs emote. I've thought about that loads, like in the past. I can't work out a funny way to do it. Okay, perfect defense. It's fine. Like I thought about having like using something like taking off like the standard like poop emote. But then what would you do? Like put like write elf on it or something. Then it's just elf poop. What makes it bull? I guess we could do a poop emote with like some bull horns and then write elf on it. I don't know if anyone's got any smart ideas for how to do like a good elf BS emote. Elf ears. But then it's not BS. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's just elf poop. Elf ears and horns? Could be too much. How do we make it readable? How do we make it so the audience understands? I think that's always like the tricky thing with emotes. Like it's why I like good emotes are so cool, is because they're actually really small. And so making them like really sort of pop for what they want to say is quite hard. Like I still think possibly my favorite of all my emotes. I don't know. I like my emotes, but I do really like the powfish. And I don't think anyone else gets it. I think there's like one person in the whole community who actually like understands what that is. F-bomb is good. F-bomb is very easy to understand what it's saying. You don't. You make them bad so that you can laugh at them as the only one who understands it. All right, J-Lev. Good to see you, by the way, J-Lev. I thought you were taking some time off, Blood Bowl, but I saw you're in the tournament tomorrow, which I was happy to see. I'm missing one spell now for tournaments. Am I working positively? Am I working? So, oh, exciting. Good luck, James. That sounds fun. Oh, our term started. All right. So they've done the perfect defense. That's obviously inconvenient. This might become more DACA than we intended, because that's often my response to perfect defense is just a DACA. I mean, I reckon we can DACA against these just because of that jerk. All right, fine. I said I wasn't going to DACA, and now I'm going to. This is what you've done, game, with that perfect defense. You've caused a mandatory DACA. Also, that means I can throw a vanity pass. Maybe. If we can do the dodges first, which we probably can't. Because there are 3 of them without dodge skill, so it's a bit iffy. Most important first. Okay, yeah, we have to stop. Okay, just the sun. All right, thanks, Varian. Thanks very much. Sir Streaming thinks a turd emoji with pointy ears will work quite well. It's definitely one to consider. And Powerfish means give a good dice and you'll feed them for a day. Give them good skills and you'll feed them for life. Exactly, Rick. That's exactly what it means. Signed up because it was getting traction. More so a break from 10 to 15 games a week for Blood Bowl because it made me feel terrible. Completely understand that, J-Lev. Completely understand. I think like most of us need to take a break sometimes from Blood Bowl. And like how long that is depends on like how you're doing and yeah, just like where you're at in life. Because sometimes I think like it's really easy to let. I think when you're feeling sad or stressed in life, Blood Bowl is one of those games that can make you feel much worse. And I don't even really know why. But a lot of the times when I've been most frustrated with Blood Bowl, it's been when I take a step back. Actually, I'm sort of struggling with something completely unrelated. And maybe it's because I can't, like, then. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely a game that I think lots of people have difficult sort of stretches with. And I think it's a good idea to not force it when it feels like that. But I'm excited you're playing in the tournament because you're a good player and it's fun. And it's weird with that tournament because it seemed like no one was signing up a few days ago. And then, like, suddenly it went to oversubscribed in, like, no time at all. People were just slow. Right. Okay. So they will be on us next turn. I think we just need to make a screen and protect the ball. Their mighty bow is up here, which is nice. Nice. Should we give it back to you? Because one more pass gets you the level, whereas you're still a way off. I think that's not a bad idea. Getting that first level already makes a big difference. Get some ones out the dice log. Clever. Next level strats here, guys. Yeah, I think that's the thing, Jitterozy, at the beginning. And, like, I think at the beginning that was, like, well, I don't know. It's Andy who's organised it. I wonder if that was, like, more the sort of thought was that there'd be... I quite like the one you've done there, Firian. That's very good. The elf poop one. I like those eyes. Hey, Mama, how are you? You should have offered a Nando's voucher for the winner. I much prefer $100 to a Nando's. I'm not going to win, but if I was choosing between the winning prize being $100 or a Nando's voucher, I'm taking the $100, thanks. Exhausted from learning to be a cook? Oh, are you doing training right now, Mama? Or are you learning in a restaurant, or I'm taking Wood Elves predictably, JLev, which it sounds like a few people are taking because I know that Rick might have accidentally revealed on stream that he's taking them and Gdanik's taking them. I felt like it was the on-brand team to take. I haven't like I sometimes like this is one area of Blood Bowl that I think I definitely don't excel in, right? Like I think some people like get rule sets and then they like look at them for ages and they work out like what the ideal like team is for that rule set, and they like are really good at like recognizing the meta and seeing like what skills going to be available to which teams. I don't have the I don't know if I have the brain for that or like the whatever for it. So like Wood Elves are the team I know best. I feel like, especially as everyone's been saying, when it was first like talked about, it was like this idea of like a streamer tournament, and there are a lot of streamers in it. I feel like my brand as a streamer is Elves, and Wood Elves are like the team I play the most by far. So I just felt like that was the right thing to take. Like if I'd looked at it and thought they look horribly uncompetitive, I might have rethought it, but they didn't. So, what do you want to do here? Where's the mighty bow over here? Go might hang a catcher over here, just to give you something to think about. I'm going to bring the ball over here. I would quite like the turn to end with Edge 5 carrying. No, because Edge 5's still got to do some blitzing. Just blitz here. Or are we going to blitz here? Probably blitzing here is it's hard to do it without risking Edge 5 being exposed at the end of the turn. But it does get us more forward position, which I like. Really want to throw this vantage pass. It's a bit risky. Okay. Because I have to throw it from here if I'm doing it, and that is just exposed, whereas if I go there, that ball's reasonably safe. So probably should just move that ball there before doing that hit, if that's what I was going to do, but I didn't. Good. A little tempted to try this 3-2. It's always a bit risky with AV7, but it's just would get some nicer position for us up here. Okay. Let's go with that. This is my first NAFSTAR team build, so I had no clue how to analyze that way. I literally spun a wheel. Nice. I think humans will probably be all right because we're at low TV, right? Like humans are always pretty solid at low TV. Yes, they are going to come for this hit, which I don't blame them for. It was the risk with taking the blitz we did. There's kind of no way to do it without exposing that. Good. Does get a reroll, doesn't get anything for it. That's very nice for us, obviously. And now you've got all these players stuck inside, which is very, very nice. I kind of wish I'd done that GFI. I, at the time, was thinking, don't throw dice, you don't have to, but closing that gate would have been nice. Because this is still uncomfortable. There's going to be a lot of twos to roll. Whereas if we just closed that and not had those on there, that would feel a lot stronger. This is feeling like a reverse to this side at the moment. We don't want to push too far too fast. But this is definitely a turn with a lot of dodges in it, which is... It's inevitable. We're playing against a team with a lot of guard, but it's not comfortable. Okay. So we could just literally come bring the ball back and not do anything with it. Like bring it into here, screen it with these, and then make moves further up. Or we can be more aggressive, bring it to you, hand off, and then give it to you. See how we do on this roll. I think we don't do anything else first if we're doing this, because at least we've got obstacles to them just picking the ball up if we snake this. Okay, no snake is good. Just a push there. It's a little disappointing, but I think it's okay. Oh, that's a snake there. Well, the good news is we're away from most of their team. The bad news is everyone's based. That's why I like the idea of bringing it over to this side, because, like, where's your recovery piece on this side? It's literally that one. Like, if it went wrong, having it go wrong over here is better than having it go wrong with the ball over here. But we're giving up a lot. So, including that hit again, which we did not want to give up the first time. I think in. Okay, no arm break is very nice. Morning, Zach. How are you, Zach? A lizard's tier 2. I didn't even notice that. And dark elves. Wow, those do seem pretty strong. The lower tiers get a rough deal. I mean, that's classic Andy. He's not a stunty fan. I love that Yidlagar is taking stunties anyway. He's taking goblins and just going to try to make them work. And I really want them to work now, because that would be very Yid to be the one who can make it work. Debating between humans, delves, and underworld initially, and then said, screw it, spin all 24, and if it's not awful, I'll take it. It's a nice way to go. Can this ogre get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? That could be quite inconvenient. That could be quite inconvenient. It's still only a 1 dice, but we haven't got block. This is the thing, they've used all of their team over here taking these blocks, and the ball is still over here with a bunch of our players around it. This is why I really like switching sides that turn. Because if they want to take these hits, we're going to use a lot of players staying there. Oh, skull. Only 2 rerolls left. Just a push. Still pretty good. Okay, so they're down to 1 reroll. That's very nice. And they didn't get to bonk our star catcher, which is also very nice. And this doesn't even have a way through. We could come here and make that a 2 dice. Okay, blitz through and then, oh, could this get to the ball now? Okay, yeah, I didn't consider that line. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you could get a pickup here on a 4+. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. So GFI, so 2 plus 4+ for the pickup. Just leaving a base over it is fine by me. That makes it harder. Okay. Do we go for the scatter here then? You're not GFIing because you're a loner, so you have to go there. It's a bit tricky, isn't it? Thanks for the follow, whoever that was. Sorry, sub, sorry. I will come and say a proper thank you in a second. Just going to concentrate on taking this turn. Okay, so we get the scatter. I think we follow because we have nerves of steel. Although, do we? Because then we have to dodge without dodge skill. We don't. Okay, nice removal. Ogre did have a chance to catch it, which was a worry. The thing is, if the ogre had caught it, there were still ways we could hit the ogre, which is why that wasn't totally terrifying. But that looks like it's going to have to be a 3+ pickup, unfortunately. We try and get you up on your... Oh, that's on tackle. I feel like we need to put another tackle zone over this in case we fail. Maybe it's just putting you on the ball. I think we've got to go for it, don't we? Although I really want to do this dodge as well. Don't like leaving that where it is. Okay, well, there goes the reroll. 2 snakes in 2 turns. Not ideal. In some ways, better to have done that, even though it used the reroll, than to have snaked here, because at least now there's 2 players over the ball. But it's not good. It's definitely not good.
Are not spirit fingers.
Thank you so much for the sub, Christoph. I think it's your first time subscribing. Welcome to the Weirdos. Enjoy your ad-free viewing and your emotes. 2 snakes in 2 turns have put us in trouble. This would have been a very different drive without those 2 snakes. We did get rid of another one, which is nice, but they have got a bunch of players around the ball this time, so there's a chance they could steal the ball from us here. Thank you for the 2 bits, Varian, as well. 1 for each one. It's been a bit rough. Like, we did have the wizard fail as well. On the other hand, like, the removals have been completely wonky. It's been a wonky dice game. I don't know if you can even say if it's good or bad, because, like, having the wizard fail was obviously very rough. That's 1 in 6. Having 2 snakes in 2 turns is pretty unlikely. But then the injuries have been very good. Or the removals, sorry, because we haven't had a player removed yet, and they've had a bunch. They can just clear this, right? If the ogre cooperates, they can blitz 1 and hit the other one. Maybe I should have left you on the ogre. Maybe I should have left you on the ogre and just blocked it. I don't know. Probably I should. Unless the skill roll, you can keep it at 1's not a fan. I'm with you, James. Not my fave. Okay, scattering the ball, which means not leaving someone free to get the ball. Except for you, or if it scatters to the ogre. Which it did a second time. The ogre's had 2 chances to catch that ball. Luckily, we've got the kind of ogre that doesn't catch the ball. I've seen ogres that do catch balls. Don't like those. Like this one better. We have 3 dice on this now, which is a pain. I wish I'd been able to get Edge 5 up that turn because it's just such a get out of jail free. Oh wow, last reroll for them. It's such a get out of jail free card to have Edge 5. Oh, they didn't use it. Another removal. Okay. Interesting. That's nice for us. I guess they were being cautious about the bonehead on the ogre, but yeah, I think I would have taken that 3 dice on the catcher there. Right, I think you've just got to get up. And I think you've just got to get up. So at least next turn they'll still have these players with something to do. I think we're going to have to scatter this again, but it's harder now because of all the guard. Don't actually know how we're going to do it. If we fill that square, we could potentially chain push onto it. It's a little bit complicated though, because you need to blitz from up here. Could try pushing you. Yeah, let's try that. I think we can't use anyone before because everyone's going to have a job to do if it works. So we want to push here, ready? Good. Bring you over the ball. Now knock down on this one would be nice. Which one are we moving? Are we moving? Lovely. I think we're moving the ogre, right? Another nice armor break. I was thinking we might still get a hit, but we just won't. So maybe we shouldn't have moved the ogre. We should move that. We've done it now anyway. I think you just got to dodge and get around. I think we've got to try to get Edge 5 back into the play because we need them. Thought that would happen because of the tackle. I think this gets a reroll, though it does put us down to 1. Okay, not a snake. That's good. Yeah, because we're going to need Edge 5 soon. Leave that one there. Stand that one up. Let's see if we can get this. Nope. Not a great scatter. Not a great scatter for us at all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to pick that up. Maybe I should just put another base on the ball instead. Leave it another turn. So we've only got 2 turns left to score after this, so we really do need to get cracking. It's been a frustrating second half. At least this is screening from this side. That is their first removal. It has taken them until turn 14. So pretty lucky on that front, I have to say. I wish I'd pushed that instead of this. That was a mistake, I think. It was actually another snake, by the way, that turn. It wasn't like it was kind of like a not real snake because first of all, those weren't 2+s, and also that wasn't like a thing with a reroll. It was just scatters, but it was another snake. Okay, yeah, gonna dodge edge 4 and go for this. That makes sense. Gets through. Gets the PAL. Bad news for us. Okay. There's no point appoing it because there's not enough turns for them to be relevant, even if they come back from that KO, unfortunately. Looks like they're not going to try to pick it up again, which is good news for us. Okay. That's a good decision, probably. Definitely makes life a little bit more inconvenient. Although it does also mean we can set up a scoring threat right away, which I wasn't sure I was going to manage. Okay. Scoring threat. Surprised they didn't take that hit there. So we could get a 1 dice on the ogre, but it's uncomfortable. Or we can go 3-2, hand off, and like if we can do that 3-2, then we should be in good shape, right? Because that's then 2+ for this, and run away far. Problem is, it's a 3-2. Good. 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 Okay, so you could still hit us. You could base us. You could base us. You could base us. Okay, I think we're not taking GFIs. I think we will take this 2 dice hit.
Boo.
That will do. And
I think she's got it. I think she's got it.
so, yeah, that is a can't reach, can't reach, can't reach. Yeah, I mean, they can all reach to base, but they can't reach to hit. So, yeah, let's try that now. So there is a chain play here, unfortunately. That's why I was hoping to just at least get a push on that, but I can't spend the reroll on it. And so it's not a super easy chain play, I don't think. All right. Boo's still no pass farm. It was a little bit nervy there. So yeah, no pass farm. Sorry. Okay, they've got 1 base on us. Definitely not missed someone. Oh, this can hit us even from the ground on a 1 dice. Okay. I did miss that. And does get us. Okay, I thought we had that and now it's looking like a draw again. That's a bummer. Wow, that was some good dice for them. No armor break, but they caught it. Oh dear. They could win from here as well. They could win from here. So could we. But yeah, this looks better for them than it does for us, I think. Man, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. They went 2-2, 2-2, 6, and then the 1 in 8 scatter. It's the 6+ and then the 1 in 8 scatter that make that pretty brutal. I mean, the catch is then 75% once you get it, but yeah, obviously it's another roll. It went well for them. It's a very good set of rolls. I guess we should have done our GFIs. Although we threw a double skull there, didn't we? So no, we shouldn't have done our GFIs. This has been a weird game. Like, we've been much more successful bashing than them, but I do feel like they've done some shenanigans. And now they have a couple of scoring threats as well. That is weird, because that's your best scoring threat, and you've just taken it out of range. Like, that's your 2+ catch. And following up there, I think, might take you out of range as well. Oh no, it doesn't. In fact, those are all still in range. Wow, humans are fast. All right. Well, guess we just do some basing here, because I want to do the blitz at the top still, so. I need to keep you free because you might be recovering to hand off. I think this is the best we can do, which is not very good. But it's what we've got. Okay, we at least got the power back. They can sidestep it though. We don't want to catch it, so we won't follow. That's not what we needed, is it? Well, we can get there, so we'll try. Has to be a 3-2, isn't it? Has to be that, I think. There's no other way of doing that that's better. Oh, we just added one in because Cyanide's a jerk. Thanks, Cyanide. Thanks so much. Wouldn't have made it anyway. This is yet another game we haven't won on this team that I feel like we should have won. I think the last 3 games, this is going to be a draw. The last 2 are both draws, and I think they should have both been wins. We're just not getting wins. Just not getting wins at all. Very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. It's going very frustrating, Galentio, in case you didn't catch that just then. Yeah. It's super frustrating. And it's also my fault, because I don't know why I thought that catch was out of range. When I dodged and took that hit, I could have put something else in front of it. It's going to be even more frustrating if they make all these dice and score, because they've got quite a few to roll. Four plus 3 plus here. Then I guess you do a 3 plus handoff, 2 plus dodge, and then throw it. Okay, at least that's the reroll gone. Do get it though. So now it's 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, this needs to do some GFIs or a pass as well. Okay, didn't make it. Good. Oh, what a frustrating draw, guys. 3 draws in a row that all could have been wins, and none of them were. So that is going to be 3, 4, and 0. It's starting to look bad, this record. Nice winnings roll, at least. It's an okay MVP, at least it's not a lineman, but it's not really where we wanted it. I mean, their armor was atrocious, so like that gave us a massive, massive help. Their blocking dice were pretty good, 18 pushes to 13 pounds. But our dodges, those 2 snakes, and one was a catch, wasn't it? Yeah, just really smoked us. and the wizard failing. If the wizard doesn't fail, we probably just win in the first half, don't we? Oh well, is what it is. We got one level here. It's kind of no good to us, the movement there, unfortunately. Another wrestles and dodge. I'm tempted by dodge. We haven't got much dodge on this team at all, and it really can be very valuable for repositioning. So let's take the dodge. And let's buy ourselves another blitzer. R8 liner. Nope. Jalev, it's a difficult question to answer without going back and watching it over. There weren't any moments that I felt really horrible about on that drive. For certain, there was a decision about whether to dagger after the perfect defense. Maybe I could have not done that. I think that when I switched sides makes sense. I think there was a turn when we could have tried to knock the ogre over if we brought extra assists in. I'd probably want to go back and look at that turn before deciding whether I think that was a mistake. Because I don't know how I was fixed for assists that turn, if it was an easy hit and then having someone free. There's not like an obvious turn I feel bad about, but I expect I could have played it better. Usually when you don't win, there's things you could do better. But there's not like a glaring moment that I'm thinking of. I mean, the other one actually is should I have even used the wizard when I did? Maybe the opponent was going to score early anyway. Maybe I shouldn't have used it and then it doesn't fail and I'd have it for later. That's probably my other biggest sort of thing I think maybe I could have done differently. Anyway, Uber Defel joins the team as our new blitzer. It's nice to have another blitzer again. That is game number 7 on the Pro Alpha team. I'm feeling increasingly less confident that this will be a successful run, but if this makes it to YouTube and you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.